Welcome to Crack It Pack. My name is Andrew, and today we're cracking open Throne of Eldraine. Let's get cracking. Our first card today is an on-adventure token. Next we have an island for our land. Then we have a foil mountain. Next we have a Faeburrow Elder, which for 1 a green and a white is a creature with vigilance that reads Faeburrow Elder gets +1/+1 for each color among permanents you control. Then you can tap for each color among permanents you control, add 1 mana of that color. Okay, so you've got at least 2/2 for 3 that can tap for a green and a white. And if you put this in a 5-color deck, you could potentially have a 5/5 that can tap for Wooburg. That's okay. I mean, for 3 mana, getting something that can tap for Wooburg is really nice. You know, that's a huge return on investment. 3 mana gets you something that can tap for 5 mana. I like that. But it is a very, very narrow situation where you're going to be running into that. Because, I mean, having this in 5 color is going to be really, really difficult. This could help you with mana fixing, but by the time it actually is, you have to already have your mana fixed, because it can only tap for colors of permanents that you control. And if you're mana fixing, you're trying to tap for colors that you don't already have. So this just helps you make more of the colors you already have, which, I mean, I guess in 5 color is going to be good, because you're going to have a little bit more access to the colors that you need when you need them. I don't know. This is probably better in green-white or green-white and another color, so that it's at the very least trading even if it's green-white and another color. So, 3 mana gets you 3 mana every time it taps. I don't know, I'm just struggling to think of where this would really be all that beneficial. There are other mana dorks that can tap for a mana of any color, so this tapping for multiple is nice. I don't know. I don't know where I would want to put this. If you have decks that have used Faeburrow Elder, or if you've seen it used, let me know in the comments below. Help me understand where this might find a home. Next we have Surfaron the Hengehammer, and then Archon of Absolution, a Showcase Art Embereth Shieldbreaker, Steelgaze Griffin, Festive Funeral, Crashing Drawbridge, Bloodhaze Wolverine, Sporecap Spider, Searing Barrage, So Tiny, Beloved Princess, and True Love's Kiss to round out the pack. Now, today's Pack 1 Pick 1. Okay, I'm really torn between Surfaron and the Archon of Absolution. On the one hand, the Archon is going to slow your opponents down significantly, since it makes all creatures can't attack you or planeswalkers you control unless their controller pays 1 for each of those creatures. So that's going to be great, just stacksy kind of piece, or taxing pieces. On the other hand, Surfaron the Hengehammer for blue says whenever Surfaron the Hengehammer attacks, another target attacking creature gets +X/+X until end of turn, where X is Surfaron's power. So just spreading growth, right? He wants things attached to him, or to get +1/+1 counters and pump other things up with him, which is great. So I'm really torn between these two for which one is going to be pick 1 here. I'm going to say Sir Faerun since, first off, he's only 2 mana instead of 4. Also, green is going to have a lot of ways to get +1/+1 counters and equipment and enchantments and do all the things that Sir Faerun's really wanting, whereas Archon of Absolution is kind of a one-and-done piece. You're not going to find a whole lot of other stacksy pieces, whereas you're going to find a lot of equipment and enchantments and all those other things to make him bigger. So he's going to be a better signpost for how to draft, whereas Archon would have been more just a good addition to the rest of a draft. So Sir Faerun for pick 1, and you're just drafting other creatures to attack with him and ways to pump him up. And that's my pick 1. There are other great cards in this pack. If you have a different pick 1 than me, let me know in the comments below. But that's all for today, so thank you for cracking along with me. Be sure to check back tomorrow to crack open another pack.